underway in Vegas. Already a fight for the lead. Logano diving to the bottom of the track in 3. He'll take the spot away from Jones on lap 1.
Slid way up the racetrack, drove into turn 3, kind of drove the corner a little bit, but really didn't lose any speed doing it. And here comes 18 of Kyle Busch on the bottom of the racetrack.
A great battle for the lead starting to build as Harvick and Truex now have closed the gap and gotten by Regan Smith, who was staying out. He will now come to pit road, but Regan Smith falling all the way down to 10th position. Now the fight for the lead is between Kevin Harvick and Martin Truex Jr. Dave.
Harvick's crew chief Rodney Childers told me this morning he was very confident they'd be good. I said, what are you basing that on? He said everything. Then he gave me a little more detail. He said, we made sure the car was comfortable and that it would race groove-wise from the top to the bottom. He felt like they were the best car on the bottom, but they could still make some time on the top. And that bottom group, by the way, he felt they improved over the March race, which they dominated.
Left side of your screen, you see the rundown order and the 16, the green 16 chip next to the drivers' names. Those are all the drivers that are involved in the playoffs, the 16 drivers fighting for a championship. And here comes a big fight. Martin Truex Jr. again got loose exiting the turn, but had closed the gap on Kevin Harvick as they go around lap traffic.
Yeah, Kevin got to Ross Chastain.
Oh, Kevin's having some trouble here.
Big run for Martin Truex Jr., and he'll take the lead away as they go down across the start-finish line and into turn 1.
Kevin had a hard time getting through 3 and 4 there.
10 laps to go in stage 1. Kyle Larson with an unscheduled stop. You can see that right front tire is flat. He said 1 lap ago, I think I might have something wrong with the right front. We talked about potential tire issues today, and Parker mentioned teams running the low line to save that right front. Where's Kyle Larson been all day long? That high line, that right front, gone for that 42 car, pitting when they don't want to pit here with now 9 laps to go in stage 1.
Final lap of stage 1. Truex Jr. and Harvick running 1 and 2. Alex Bowman about 4.7 seconds behind race leader Martin Truex Jr. So those two have checked out. Truex Jr. and Harvick, just like Harvick did in the spring race here earlier. He was able to check out. Harvick won the first stage and the second stage, and then went on to win the race. Well, now Martin Truex Jr., as he exits turn 4, is looking to win stage 1 at Las Vegas, and there is another playoff point.
Stage winner, MTJ, come on.
A wreck just happening. The 4 of Kevin Harvick up into the wall. The 20 nowhere to go. Got up underneath him. Big damage for 2 playoff contenders.
I saw Kevin Harvick for about a lap. He started losing positions. They were going by him on the outside. He was very slow on the bottom. Clearly, I'd say he had a right front starting to come apart. He just looked like he got tighter and tighter, and going into 1 had his issue.
And we mentioned this earlier. Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch started with a 50-point advantage over drivers like Alex Bowman and Jimmy Johnson because of the playoff points. But we knew that that could only help them for 1 race. Now, that advantage gets eliminated because of what's happening here. Kevin Harvick out of the car. Eric Jones didn't want to see this either. 2 playoff contenders and out before the end of stage 2.
See the anger. Eric Jones just nowhere to go. We're going to take a look at the replay here. Off into turn 1. Here's the right front. Right front unraveling.
Yeah, we just blew a tire, guys. We're going to stand hard.
What you can't see or feel is the 20 car gets in the back of the 4 here once he's in the fence.
Oh, that's a sickening sound when that thing comes apart. It's like a bomb goes off in there. It scares you to death. And then here comes Eric Jones. Both of these guys, you said it, Rick, this is the first race of the playoffs, and Eric Jones does not have a whole lot of playoff points. Kevin Harvick does have some, but already before the end of the second stage in the first race, both of these guys have a lot of ground to make up.
Rick, before that restart, the Keselowski team told him that the 1 will try that move to the high side. You need to try and block it. Good teamwork there by the 2 group.
It's great information from the spotter. The spotter's been watching that 1 car all day. He knew where he was going to go. How about this battle? Jimmy Johnson.
A little bit of a wiggle there out of Jimmy Johnson. That allows the 78 to take advantage and take that position away. And now it also opens the door for the 88 coming up behind the 22 and the 1.
Oh, that's tight. Murray and Joey Logano.
Logano's going to go to the middle of the racetrack. Jamie McMurray, who'd been running that high line, now back to the bottom of the racetrack. 1 lap to go in stage 2. Keselowski, Kurt Busch running 1 and 2. Martin Truex Jr. comfortably in 3rd. Jimmy Johnson 4th. Jamie McMurray 5th. Logano, Blaney, Bowman, Chase Elliott, and Kyle Larson all looking to get stage points. Another good run for Brad Keselowski. He keeps the momentum alive and will win stage 2.
And Chase Elliott right there. Great job by him to finish 7th, past 2 people on the outside in 3 and 4.
And he does it again. We saw that in the end of stage 1.
Watch Chase Elliott. He got real aggressive. Watch him drive into turn 3. Jumps on the outside of Bowman. Has so much momentum now on the outside of Blaney. Beats both of them to the line.
Two more points for Chase Elliott, but more importantly, a playoff point for Brad Keselowski. Big hit by Jamie McMurray. Into the wall he goes. Catches the 9 of Chase Elliott. McMurray sliding up the track. Now back down into the traffic.
All you got.
But McMurray and the back end of that car gone. Window net is down. And look at the damage to Chase Elliott.
Wow.
Go ahead to the infield care center.
Here's the contact with the wall that Jamie was worried about. Pretty significant contact right there.
Wow, man, it's a big hit.
So, I'm assuming that cut the right rear tire. Got a big tire rub now.
You see some wisps of smoke out of the right rear. Now right here, look at this, to the bottom, and watch how quick this car turns around and up the racetrack.
Chase Elliott just absolutely nowhere to go. Somebody sitting at home saying, why didn't he just turn left? Well, the cars don't turn that quickly. You cannot get it slowed down and turn left quick enough to avoid that. You can see how quick the 1 goes around from this shot. And there's Chase. He knows it's coming. It's just absolutely nothing he can do.
Yeah, just like Eric Jones earlier today. What the 78 wants to do is be right on that quarter panel and corner exit, just like this right here, side by side down the front straightaway. Side draft. He's going to move down onto the apron. This is where he's going to get him down in turn 1 and 2. He's going to be clear. Clear of the 2 car. Now he's going to try to focus on the caution.
Kyle Busch into the grass.
He's coming here.
Kyle's got a right front tire issue. He's trying to maintain slow speed so he doesn't do more damage to the car. We're going to take a look at the replay here in turn 3 and 4. He gets a little crossed up. Running that high line. It's a little dirty up there from the wreck we just had with the 9 car and the 1 car, and you see, I think he just gets loose in the speedy drive. What he's really fortunate of is through this grass, not ripping the front splitter off the car. Very, very lucky, because that would have ended his day right there.
Caution coming out. Denny Hamlin in the grass. That was coming off of turn 4.
He does have
playoff contender.
He does have severe damage to that splitter.
And he stops right in his pit stall.
Take a look at the replay here from the helmet cam.
Yeah, this would be crazy.
Entering turn 3 at the top.
A lot like what we saw his teammate. Just came around on corner
Right
exit.
here. Hang on to it.
Right there in the grass. I'm really interested to see. Watch this nose when the splitter digs in right there.
Oh,
just
yeah.
destroys it.
17 laps remain. A good restart for Kyle Larson. He dives all the way to the bottom of the track, trying to affect the 2.
Keselowski took it.
Keselowski wants to check out now after a great restart. Here comes the 78 of Truex Jr. 3 wide per second. Logano right in the middle of the track. He's going to have second for now. The momentum on the 42 on the high side. Can he use it? Blocking by the 22 of Logano. Trying to slow down Martin Truex Jr. as they go into one. Caution has come out once again, and it's the 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Stay with it here until they get to you.
Paul Menard's on new tires here, the 47.
Inside,
I don't know if the 17 just got loose. I can't tell if there was contact the first time, definitely the second time.
Yeah, it just looked like a 17 got loose on the nose of that car. Oh, Allmendinger, I don't think really got into him. The 41 of Kurt Busch is off the pace, but still out on the racetrack in 12th position. What a battle down the back straightaway.
Contact made. The 22 of Logano trying to hold off that 42 of Larson. Larson all the way up against the wall again. And now he tries to get by the 78 of Martin Truex Jr.
And the caution's out, guys. We have another yellow.
It's going to be a sprint to the finish.
Must be some debris on the track from all those issues.
Saw coming out of turn 2, the 22 sliding up the racetrack. He gets into the wall.
Wow, that's another big contact.
Blaney spins his tires.
Watch Logano, watch his move.
Logano, yeah. He's up on the quarter
On the
panel.
outside, I mean. Here comes Blaney trying to go 3 wide.
Logano's got the position.
Logano's going to pull the air off. Keselowski will make him really loose off 2.
Logano's in the position right here.
They bump going down the backstretch. Side by side for the lead. Diving into turn 3, Keselowski forging ahead of the 22.
We got another crash.
And they crash behind with the 34 into the wall. Collecting the 41 of Kurt Busch.
2 more playoff drivers, the 41 and the 14, both involved.
Let's see some replays about how this crash here happened. A lot of guys involved.
Still there, clear. Watch them here. Stay low, 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 low. Go up high here. We're
Looked
middle.
like
Go
maybe
see you.
David
There you go. Nice job.
Reagan.
Yeah, it was Reagan.
They
Got
got
Reagan.
Loose.
Reagan and McDowell
Yeah.
right there.
Teammates.
Yeah, and 41 right behind him. 41 looks good till right there.
I'll tell you what's
There
surprising.
it is right here. You see on the left side of the screen, Reagan just got up the racetrack and got into McDowell. That's what started it.
Next week is Richmond. That's supposed to be a short track. As much carnage as we've seen here, this looks more like a short track race than what we would see in Richmond. It'll be a 2-lap shootout.
Not a good start for Joey. What's Truex going to do here?
He's pushing the 2. Now he moves to the outside.
But the side draft from Joey slowed him down a little bit. That clears Keselowski.
How about Larson on the bottom? Keselowski looks to be in great shape right here.
Down the backstretch they go. Keselowski way out in front. An 8-car length lead already.
5 back in line.
Larson all the way to the top of the racetrack. And now, one more time around. The final lap in Vegas.
And how about Almirola back there underneath Blaney for 5th?
Keselowski trying to keep the momentum up. He won the Southern 500 2 weeks ago. Last week, he wins the Brickyard 400. And now, he's going to be able to punch his ticket into round 2. Coming out of turn 4, Keselowski wins 3 in a row. He'll win at Vegas.
Great job, everybody. Heck yeah.
Helmet is off, climbing out of the car. Now we'll go back to Dave.
There he is, and saluting his team right back because he got a much-needed shower after a long day. Hot temperatures and multiple restarts there at the end, Brad. How did you hold that field off?
Oh, man. I think, first off, Dave, I got to say, congratulations to all those fans that made it through the whole race in the stands at 100 degrees. That was really cool. Thank you to the fans. And Penske, 500 wins today. huge day for the captain. I know Mr. Penske's watching. You did it, boss. But to start off the playoffs with a win is that's really strong, and let alone the 3 in a row and all that great stuff. But it's really a testament to this team here. They've been so strong on pit road, and I couldn't have done it without them. We weren't as fast as the 78 car, but we nailed the pit stops and the restarts when it counted, and that put us in position. So really, really proud of the effort from the team here today. Fun race, hot one, but those restarts, that was the key.